Hi everybody, this is Bogus Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Collector Edition Platinum Mr. Terrific figure. Now this is actually the second Platinum of Mr. Terrific that we've got. This time the color scheme is inspired by the Justice League action cartoon. So before we take a look at Mr. Terrific, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories that he comes with. So first up, he comes with your standard Platinum DC Multiverse base, but he stands pretty well on his own. Up next, he comes with his data file. They didn't change the art on the regular, the previous Platinum, or on this one. Would have been really cool if they would have used a different picture for this new Platinum. But still, if you want to read that, go ahead and pause that now. Up next, he comes with an alternate left hand holding his T-sphere. And that looks really cool. This time around, they're done in a translucent purple color. Up next, he comes with his T-sphere shield, and this is just a recast from the previous effect, but this one's done in translucent purple, and man, I really love the color on that. The color on this figure just really pops in person, especially on these accessories. Up next, he comes with the swirling T-sphere effect, which again looks very, very cool. You can clip it onto either wrist. Up next, you get his regular faceplate, and this looks really good. This time the T-mask is done in purple, and it's a little hard to tell, but they actually did give some variation on the eyebrows right there. It almost looks like a pinkish color, but I think that looks really good. The paint really stands out on these faceplates. The only thing that's bad is they didn't quite match the skin tone up from the face to even the ears and the neck here. Would have been cool if they would have matched up just a little better. Up next, he comes with his more angry looking faceplate. And this looks really good as well. They printed the details on the teeth on there. I feel like the variation on the eyebrows is a little more apparent on this faceplate, but it looks really cool too. And finally, he comes with his yelling faceplate, and that looks very awesome. The tongue is actually attached underneath this faceplate. So underneath all of these faceplates, you get the tongue sculpted on. That way, whenever you put the yelling head sculpt on, it looks like it's actually sculpted on the faceplate. I think that's pretty smart how they do that, because once you have that on there, it really looks like it's just one piece. So yeah, all these faceplates look really cool. So now, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the figure. So taking a look at the rest of the figure, this is just a repaint of the previous Mr. Terrific figure, but I think it looks pretty cool. A Justice League action display is something that didn't really occur to me to create, but I think the roster on that show is really good, so I might give that a go. I think this design actually really stands out. The colors on it just look really good, and they really pop in person. I think the pleather jacket here looks really nice. This time it's done in black and yellow. It doesn't hinder his articulation at all. I love how it lays on the figure, and it's really, really soft. I really love that, so that way it doesn't hinder the articulation. Here Mr. Terrific is without his jacket. I wanted to see what he looked like, and he has sleeves on this design. I think that looks really funny. I'm not quite fond of how he looks without the jacket here. I also wanted to see what this jacket looked like on Animal Man. I know the colors aren't accurate, but that actually looks really good on him. I really wish that this I think it was a Target exclusive, would have came with the jacket. I think the figure would have been perfect then. I believe these actually have the same body molds, so the jacket fits perfectly on him, and I have to say it looks pretty cool. After this review, I might actually leave this jacket on him, because that looks pretty awesome. So getting back to Mr. Terrific, he does have some yellow painted on details here on the pants. The yellow line does go all the way around there, and then he has yellow soles on his boots. I think that really stands out and looks really cool. So now, let's go ahead and go over his articulation. So he has a ball-jointed head that can look up all the way. He can look down just a little bit. He can move his head side to side and all the way around. He has shoulders that can move all the way out and spin all the way around. Swivel the bicep that can move side to side. Double-jointed elbows that can bend in all the way, even with this jacket on. He has wrists that can move up and down and spin all the way around. He has a ball-jointed diaphragm and waist that can move back that far. He can crunch forward a little bit. He can move side to side up here, as well as down in the waist, and all the way around very nicely. He has hips that can do a complete split. He can kick forward very nicely. He can kick back very nicely. He has a really nice thigh swivel, double jointed knees that can move back all the way, ankles that can move down just a little bit. They are a little crunchy though. They can move up all the way, spin all the way around, and to articulation they can move up all the way. So now, let's do some size comparisons. So first up, here he is next to the previous platinum version of himself. It's still really weird that we got a second platinum of him. I believe this is the first figure in the line to get a second platinum. Here he is next to the Black Nightfall Batman figure. I think this is the one that most accurately represents the design in the Justice League Action cartoon. Here he is next to Fidgetal Superman. Here he is next to Collector Edition Wonder Woman. Here he is next to Green Arrow, whose bow I lost before this video. And finally, here he is next to the Plastic Man Build-A-Figure. So overall, despite not really needing a second platinum of Mr. Terrific, I'd still recommend picking it up if you can find it. I think he's really cool, and the colors really pop on him in person. As I said, a Justice League Action display isn't something I considered, but it might be something I make. I think that's a really fun roster of characters, and this Mr. Terrific will look really good with it. If you wanted, you could also use his jacket for Animal Man. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I don't know if I want to display him like this or use the jacket on Animal Man. But either way, I would highly recommend picking this up if you're able to find it, because despite not needing a second platinum of him, it's still really cool now that I have it in hand. So, that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.